Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with EURUSD as usual. Let's discuss the trading plan with Miroslav Bavulski.
Yesterday, the US Federal Reserve reduced interest rates by a quarter point, which should have led to a decline in the dollar. However, that did not happen, as Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell hinted that the reduction might be the last this year, which restored demand for the US dollar. Today, in the first half of the day, data on Eurozone GDP changes, unemployment levels, and Germany's consumer price index are expected. If the indicators are favorable, the euro may partially recover its losses. In the event of another decline in the pair, a false breakout at 1.1610 would provide an entry point for long positions, aiming for recovery to the resistance at 1.1640, formed from yesterday's results. A breakout and retest of this range would confirm the action to buy euro, in anticipation of a larger movement towards 1.1668. The furthest target will be 1.1696 area, where I will take profits. A test of these levels would determine the upward trend for the euro. If EURUSD declines and there is inactivity around 1610, pressure on the pair will increase again, possibly leading to a larger sell-off of the euro. Sellers are likely to reach the next interesting level of 1.1579, the last hope for the bulls. Only for the formation of a false breakout that would provide a suitable condition to buy euro. You could plan to open long positions immediately on a bounce from 1.1545, targeting an upward correction of 30-35 pips within the day. Sellers have not shown themselves during Asian trading, so it's better not to rush into shorts. The main task for bears in the first half of the day will be defending the nearest resistance at 1.1640. Only after false breakout can they think about moving the euro down to the support at 1.1610. A breakthrough and consolidation below this range, along with a retest from below, will provide another suitable option to open short positions, targeting 1.1579. The further target will be area of 1.1545, where you can take profits. In case of an upward move in EURUSD and a lack of active bearish action around 1640, where the moving averages are aligned with sellers, it is better to postpone short positions until the larger level of 1.1668. Selling there will occur only after an unsuccessful consolidation.
Let's trade with the MACD indicator. It's time for GBPUSD. Jakub Novak presents.
You could plan to buy the pound today upon reaching an entry point around 1.3219, with a target for growth to 1.3242. At the 3242, you could plan to exit long positions and begin selling in the opposite direction, anticipating a move of 30-35 pips in the opposite direction. Growth in the pound today can only be expected within the framework of a correction. Before buying, make sure that the MACD indicator is above the 0 mark and just starting to rise from it. You could also plan to buy the pound today in the event of two consecutive price tests at 1.3205, when the MACD indicator is in an oversold area. This will limit the pair's downside potential and lead to a market reversal. an increase can be expected toward the opposite levels of 1.3219 and 32.42. You could plan to sell the pound today after it breaks the 1.3205 level, its red line on the chart, which will trigger a quick decline in the pair. The key target for sellers will be 1.3183 level, where you could plan to exit shorts and initiate longs in the opposite direction, anticipating a 20-25 bp move in the opposite direction. Pound sellers may return to the market at any moment. Before selling, make sure that the MACD indicator is below the zero mark and just starting to decline from it. You could also plan to sell the pound today if the price tests 1.3219 twice in a row, when the MACD indicator is in an overbought area. This will limit the pair's upward potential and lead to a market reversal downwards. A decrease can be expected toward opposite levels of 1.3205 and 31.83.
That's all for today. See you online soon.